up, Long Beach? Welcome back to GazetteSports.com. It's JJ.
And Mike. This Hall of Fame video brought to you by the fine folks at Naples Rib Company.
Mike's right. Wednesday night, downtown Long Beach at the Hilton. It's time to induct a new class into the Long Beach State Hall of Fame as a huge class grabs onto the hardware.
Yeah, nothing finer than to be a 49er, especially on a night like this. They mined for gold, JJ, and this is what they came up with.
Huge crowd on hand, a bunch of former Olympians in the Lind Van Blooms, former athletic directors Perry Moore,
former Long Beach media luminary Jim McCormick, and Patrick Ewing, former nothing. He is always Patrick Ewing, making the women's basketball coaching staff look short.
Indeed he is, but everybody is here to see the largest induction class in Long Beach State Hall of Fame history. Let's kick this thing off with the MC.
Good evening and welcome again to what is actually the silver anniversary of our very first Hall of Fame in 1986.
It gives us a chance to celebrate the amazing successes of so many of our graduates who've gone on to represent our university in such amazing ways.
You separated yourself from thousands of athletes who participated in Long Beach State. And they wore the black and gold, and some of you wore the brown and gold. You do remember brown and gold?
First up, one you might recognize, Jered Weaver, pitcher for the Anaheim Angels, talking about recruiting trips.
First and foremost, I just want to say what a tremendous honor it is to be a part of the men and women that are part of this Hall of Fame. Anyways, I took one to Fullerton, and they were into fighting and smoking cigarettes, and that wasn't really my forte. So I find myself at the Long Beach State campus, and just the tradition of everything. To be a dirtbag at first, I thought it was a bad thing when I first came in, but comes to find out it's a pretty cool tradition they got going on there, and that they still follow through with today.
Another pitcher from the softball team, Meredith Cervenka, remembered some of the high points of her 49er career.
A game that my family had come down for it was in Sacramento, but they had come down from Oregon. They'd never seen me pitch, and I ended up throwing a perfect game, and that was just such an awesome feeling. And I didn't even pitch that good, but my team was like behind me, and they just made every play, and it just was amazing.
Up next, Loretta Hines, the best hurdler in Long Beach State history.
My dad was a hurdler, so then of course I wanted to be a hurdler because I was always daddy's little girl, and so I wanted to follow in his footsteps. And he was also an engineer, but I never could understand when I was young how he could be an engineer and he didn't drive a train.
Alan Knipe, who was a player on the 1991 National Championship team, now a coach of the 49ers and Team USA.
But when I come back here, I see all these faces here tonight. You realize, well, you always knew it, but you realize how special this place really is. It's really difficult just to get through with the room before the reception, make your way through this room of what a wonderful place this place is, and it's about the people. It's obvious tonight in the room here how many special people touch all our lives. And I have this wonderful job traveling the world many times over coaching, but you don't have that same connection that you have at a place that's more like family than anywhere else.
When the Long Beach State women's basketball team went to 2 Final Fours, it was under the captainship of Margaret Moore.
When Sam told me I was being inducted, and truly when I finally believed him, I kept thinking what an honor this is. And I was wondering what I did to deserve this. Honestly, I think the greatest blessing in my life is I have been surrounded by greatness. And tonight is no different.
Peter Smith, who's worn a lot of hats in his player and coaching career.
I've worn a lot of hats in my career, and it's so good to come home. It's so great to have men's tennis mentioned again. And so I thank the committee, the inductees. Congratulations to the committee. Thank you for your hard work. Adam, thank you, and thank you for your passion. It's great to be back.
Video evidence of one of the best 49er volleyball players of all time, Jered Weaver. That's ups, my friend.
I was just talking to somebody about being in the pyramid, and you have this feeling of nostalgia when you walk in there. It feels the same, it smells the same. It's like a sense of urgency, like my heart stops. I'm like, it's game time, because that's how you feel playing for France. Like, okay, gotta play, gotta be ready. So I think it's gonna be ingrained in me for the rest of my life. I remember meeting Brian when I was 15 years old, and he had all these dreams and goals for me. And in my mind, I couldn't wrap my brain around it because I just felt they were so grand so big and so unattainable.
And a football player in Mark Templeton who maybe wishes there was some video evidence of his career.
Making football relevant again, he just said he wanted to bring back that tradition, so I kind of feel like I'm going to speak for the whole football program. It's been quite a while, but I'm glad they are recognizing that we did have a past year to have a football team. There was a lot of great players from that era. Back in those days, you used to get hit in the head, and they just kind of catch your breath and get back out there, so I don't remember any of it. I caught a lot of passes, apparently, I don't know. So.
Who better to introduce the '89 national champs than their own head coach, Jim Awara?
There were several noteworthy things about the team in 1989. First of all, no team had ever won an NCAA championship with more than one black woman on the team, and here we had 5 black women, and they were all starters. I remember when we first put that lineup in practice and how much I learned from it. There was such a sense of pride between the women, and there was something that needed to be proven. We showed everybody what our place was. Our place wasn't as a mid-major, and it wasn't as a non-BCS school. Our place was to be champions.
The purpose of intercollegiate athletics is to represent the integrity and the vision of the school. That's exactly what we attempted to do. We wanted to outwork, outperform, outskill anybody in the country. And we were Long Beach State, and we wanted everyone to know it.
Deb Robertson, also Long Beach State, a longtime administrator.
People ask me all the time, Doug, why do you spend so much time trying to help athletics out at Long Beach? And I say, well, why wouldn't I? If, in fact, athletics could deliver me from the south side of Chicago to this place in front of you tonight, then it can do a lot for a lot of people like me.
Anyway, there they are, ladies and gentlemen, your 2010 Hall of Fame inductees.
A phenomenal evening full of great former 49ers, but if you want to know who the future great 49ers are, there's only one place to be to follow everything Long Beach State athletics, and it's right here at GazetteSports.com.